Hey guys, Prime Collections here. Hopefully you all had a great weekend. I decided to take up a hell of a task. I decided it would be a great idea to go ahead and try to rank my top 10 anime Funko Pops. Now I have over 120 anime Funko Pops. I tried to limit it to one per character. I tried to look at how I felt when I finally got the pop, and I looked at just in general what the pop meant to me and my collection. So I went ahead and ranked my top 10 figures, my top 10 pops here, and I'm going to go ahead and share those with you guys today. But let's get right into it. At number 10, this one was probably my most recent addition to my set that is on this list. And that's just because of the feeling I had when I pulled this. I didn't expect it. It is actually the first anime chase I have ever had in my collection, and that is the Edward Elric Limited Glow Chase that I got from Entertainment Earth. I actually shared that opening with you guys on this channel. Full Metal Alchemist is one of my top animes, and this piece was represented well. I love the fact that they actually have the alchemy circle on, or the transmutation circle on the bottom underneath him. And in general, they did a great job in terms of detail. The blue lightning, when it actually glows, it looks really cool. So that's why Edward Elric, Limited Glow Chase, is coming in at number 10 on my list of my top 10 anime pop. Number 9 on this list was actually on my top 10 Funko Pops that I currently own list. And this one, just in general, I've wanted it ever since I had seen it. It released last year at NYCC in 2021. It is the shared sticker, and that is Jiraiya with popsicles. This was actually a restock from Chalice Collectibles, so to actually have this one was really cool. This is Naruto's teacher. Naruto may be my favorite anime besides Dragon Ball Z. It's a toss-up between the two. Both are amazing stories, and having his teacher with an iconic moment where he breaks the popsicle and he shares it with Naruto. It's a great piece. It's the first Jiraiya piece I actually own, so that is why it is coming in at number 9. Number 8 on this list is also a little bit of recency bias, but I knew it would be on a top 10 list in general. And as time grows on, it will probably get into my top 10 or top 3 Funko Pops I currently own. Because this one is definitely a piece that got me into collecting Funko in general. When I saw this thing, this is really something that made me want to start collecting. And that is the Naruto Angamakichi here. This thing, I waited 6 months to get. I ordered it, 7 months. I ordered it in February of this year, and it did not get here till I want to say about a week and a half ago. And I opened this up on camera. The feeling I got when I finally got this, when as mint as it was awesome. And I love that it is now in my collection, part of my Naruto line that I'm currently owning. And just to have this is really cool. So that is why Naruto on Gamakichi is coming at number 8. Plus, it's from one of my favorite battles. At number 7 on my list, this is another pop you guys have already seen me talk about in terms of, I think, my top 10 most expensive list. And this one is just, like I said, from one of my favorite animes. It is the only pop of this character I have, and that is my Itachi with crows. Initially through box lunch, but I only have this special edition sticker. But that doesn't bother me. Just having the pop is amazing, and actually having this in my collection is huge. This is Sasuke's brother. Is actually a teacher to Naruto later on in the show. The crows represent, a lot with Itachi's character. I really don't want to delve too much into it, but it is very symbolic for him throughout the entirety of the show. And the design of the pop, the fact that they actually got the cut in his headband, I think it's an amazing piece, and that is why Itachi with crows comes in at number 7. At number 6, this is the last oversized pop you're going to see in this top 10. This pop, I actually heard about it restocking at Hot Topic. I went down to the store and I saw it on the shelf. I was the first person in line, was able to get this. They sold out of it that day. So to actually have this in my collection was huge. This is the second ever oversized pop I was able to get. And I've loved it ever since I got it. is representative of a part later on in the story of this anime. And with that being said, number 6, I believe it's 10, 9, 8. Yeah, that'd be number 6. We have Kakashi Perfect Susanoo. This is when Kakashi, I believe, gets both of the Sharingan as, oh god, I can't remember the names. It's been so long, but he acquires them, and when he does, he's able to activate the Perfect Susanoo. So to actually have it in pop form is so cool. The detail, the color, it was a pop. Like I said, this is another reason why I started collecting was these kind of pops, and I've loved this thing ever since, and I'm just happy to have it in my collection. These next 5, I don't think I've actually shown you guys on this channel. Um, I think the rest of them you have all seen. These next 5 I really chose as like my favorite anime pops, and some of them will surprise you. At number 5, this is the only version of this character I have currently in my collection. I would have loved to get the con shared versions of him, but just having him when this restocked topic was enough. And at number 5, that is Katsuki Bakugo from My Hero Academia, the Hot Topic exclusive. They just encapsulated him awesomely. They always have with Bakugo. He's really cool looking. He's got the explosion coming out of his hand. He's got the explosion coming off of his feet. And they always do a really great job with My Hero, and this is just no different. And Bakugo is one of my favorite characters from the show, so that is why he is coming in at number 5. At number 4, this was another restock I caught. This was another pop that was on my wish list. Definitely one of my favorite ones. This is one of the only versions of this character that I actually have in this form, and that is coming in at number 4. It is the Hot Topic exclusive Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegito. I was able to catch this when it restocked. It was a back order. I love the metallic painting that they've done on this character. It really stands out in the light. This is, I want to say this is during the Goku Black arc when he fuses, and it's just a really cool moment to actually see this in that saga. He's very powerful, and they did a great job representing that here without having to use any of his actual energy attacks. And that's why this is coming in at number 4. Number 3, I think, is going to surprise a lot of people, because this character isn't really a super popular one from the show, but I am basing this choice off of pure detail alone. And this may be one of my favorite anime pops specifically because of the detail of the pop. And that is the NYCC 2021 shared sticker of Dodoria. And the reason being is from the Saiyan armor, the scouter on his face, the overall spikes on his body, the fact that he's a little bit hefty, they did an amazing job with this. When this released, I was able to get a copy of this, or either a restock, I can't remember. It was on the Funko shop, so I was able to get it there. But a lot of people didn't like this. Me, I love this pop. I thought that it was well done. They even went as far to do like the actual like eye, like if you look at you, I don't know if you guys can see because of the light, but the actual eye there underneath like his, like the detail of that. So for me, just the pure detail is why I put this at number 3 on my top 10 anime pops. Number 2 was actually the first pop and tea I ever bought. It was another restock. A lot of these were restocks that I happened to get that were just like, oh my gosh, I need this. It's a lot of it just catching up. And this might be the best accessory included with a pop, in my opinion. The t-shirt is amazing. I actually give it to my daughter because it was too small for me. It was more about having the pop with this. But at number 2, we actually have the GameStop exclusive Majin Buu with ice cream. This pop is amazing for the simple fact of the stack of ice cream. He is one of my favorite characters from Dragon Ball Z, and to see him perfectly represented, yes, he's had a chocolate bar, yes, he's had a chocolate form, but this was my favorite of the ones that they did, and this is the only version of Fat Buu that I have, is what he's called, but I'm going to call him Majin Buu here. And in general, that's why it comes in at number 2. The accessory, the fact that they encapsulated his joy when he has this, and the fact they encapsulate how huge the ice cream cone is. So that is why it is coming in at number 2 on my list of top 10 anime pops. At number 1, You've already kind of partially seen number 1 in this top 10, and I know I wasn't going to have any repeat of characters. But this pop was on my top 5 pops that I ever wanted to own when I first started collecting. This is the special edition sticker of this because I could not get the GameStop exclusive sticker. Like I said, one of my top 2 favorite animes is Naruto Shippuden. Well, there comes a point in the series where Naruto goes through some very intense training. He gains some abilities, and he ends up fighting off against a foe who is at the time one of the worst foes they've ever seen, in Pain. And when he ended up coming onto the battlefield in this version of himself, I was one of the craziest, most hype moments I've ever experienced in an anime. So that is why Naruto Sage Mode special edition sticker is coming in at number 1 on my list of my top 10 anime pops. I really truly looked up and down and looked at this and said, you know, what do I honestly want and what do I think is number 1? And for me personally, this one, having it in my collection and how I felt when I got it, is exactly why it is at number 1. It's one of my favorite fights of anime of all time. As you saw, the pop ride where he first appears is amazing. So that is why Naruto Sage Mode is coming in at number 1 on my list of my top 10 anime pops. But as you guys saw there, I tried to be diversive in things I chose. I tried to have pops from each of the different animes that I collect, each of the different lines. I tried to have different characters as to not just be one person, many different molds. And I tried to have reasons why and have them be justified. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this top 10. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching this thing through the entirety of the video. I really, really appreciate it. If you do just one more small favor, if you could please like the video and subscribe to my channel, it helps me out tremendously. If not, I completely understand. And as always, I'll see you guys later.